Hey, hello everyone, welcome to the Redmen TV. Liverpool have just been beaten by Leicester by 1-0. This is the Player Rating Show. The show where I get to give ratings out of 10 to every single Liverpool player who performed tonight. Not sure any of them really did, to be honest with you. I'm not in a great mood, I'm not going to lie to you. I am going to go low with my fucking ratings tonight. I've just seethed for about 20 minutes since the game finished. And I am just more and more angry at all of them lads than I was during the watch-along. I'm going to start with Allison Becker in nets then. He didn't have fucking anything to do, and then the one thing that he did have to do, he didn't do it. So I'm giving him a 5 out of 10. And I don't care about the rest of the performance. I don't care about his distribution. I care about keeping your clean sheet, and he didn't keep that today. It was near post. Yes, it was struck from about 7 or 8 yards, something like that. I expect him to save that because he's one of the best goalkeepers in the world, and he didn't save it, and he gets a hand to it as well and doesn't save it. That's infuriating for me. Look, there are other faults to that goal. His isn't the worst mistake on that goal, but it is a mistake nonetheless. So yeah, don't forget, of course, you can give your Liverpool man of the match by any time by typing into the comments ! Vote, put a space in, put the number of the player down my side here, and as your man of the match. I imagine you're going to be picking from somebody, maybe, if you're like me, this end of the pitch, because these lads here, not really good enough today, were they? Didn't finish our chances at all. So, Tsimikas then. He comes in for Robertson. We knew it was going to happen. I think he played all right. I think he played well, actually. I think, you know, he was always there. He was always bombing up and down that side. We weren't really struggling down their right or left-hand side when Leicester were attacking, when they chose to attack. But Kostas, again, you know, showed his crossing ability. Some brilliant balls in there. I think an early one for Mo Salah was brilliant. He looked for that deep cross, hits Mo Salah at the backstick. Salah knocks it down. I can't remember who it was for, whether it was Mane or Jota. But over and over, he consistently delivered good balls into the box. I just felt a little bit like we weren't doing enough, our forward players, to get the best out of it. And the way that the game changed, in that they were just sat back towards the end, and you know, we weren't really running onto these chances. It makes it almost impossible. So I don't think it was too much of Kostas' fault. But I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I think, you know, he was all right. He was all right today. He was good, actually. I'm just in a bit of a mood, to be honest with you. So I'm not going to... I actually gave him an 8 and went, fuck yeah, 7, because I'm in a mood. Virgil van Dijk. I think he could have done slightly better with the goal as well. Again, not the worst mistake. You know, he holds his position, he trusts his goalkeeper's going to save anything at the near post, and he tries to block off the pass to Vardy, I think, and also to cut off any, you know, bend, curled shot to the far post. So probably 9 times out of 10, his positioning sound there. This was the 1 in 10, I think. Other than that, again, he was good, some good crossfield passes. Again, I'm not really asked about any of this, to be honest with you. I'm just annoyed. I'm really, really pissed off that Liverpool didn't finish those chances. This is the thing, innit? It's like, this is what gets you with football. It's like, I fucking love this side. They're one of the best, they're the best Liverpool side I've ever seen. And I count them as the same side as the one that won the league, because they pretty much are the same side. They are the best, but they piss me off today. Like, I love my wife, but she can piss me off. You know what I mean? It's just the same, innit? Like, that's how we are with things. And I'm just so angry. And I'm angry because it's Leicester. And I'm angry because it's Brendan Rodgers. And I'm angry because I don't fucking like Lookman or Vardy or Maddison or any of them. And I fucking hate their fans as well. En masse, not individually, of course. And I'm angry because I've had no fucking sleep either. I've been up since fucking 10 to 4 in the morning. Because whenever I have a drink, I wake up early and it's pissing me off. Okay? 10 to 4. Is there any fucking need that I've been up since 10 to 4 in the morning? Just ridiculous. And it's 3 days. 3 days. I've got to stop drinking. You'd think I would. But no, I don't. I continue. And I will be drinking tonight as well. After that fucking shit show. Thank you very much, Liverpool Football Club. So it's your fault. I'll be up at fucking 2:30 in the morning, probably. Joel Matip. my man of the match anyway, to be honest, for Liverpool. He was trying to will something to happen there, wasn't he? He just wanted to make something happen. I mean, that mazy run, I'm not going to focus on positives very often today, but that run where he's like, and then he's like, and then he's round, and you're just like, come on, Joel, please, at some point you've got to score one of these. But even take that away, he was the only one, he was the difference maker. He was driving forwards, trying to hit the ball into Bobby Firmino later on. He was trying to make things happen. And I said to Paul at one point, like, we've got to try something different. Matip did. Matip tried everything different every single time. It's what he does best. Being different is okay. Ask Joel Matip, he's different. Be like Joel, be different. Be a man who can. Joel Matip is a man who fucking can. And I love him. And yous have all pissed me off, but Joel didn't piss me off. I love Joel. He's amazing. Vote for a man of the match for him, please. He deserves it, because he was our man of the match by a mile. Trent Alexander-Arnold. I mentioned, right, look, I'm going to get it out the way. I think he was about as good as Tsimikas, all told. I'm giving him a 5, though. And the reason that I'm giving him a 5 is because he fucking lacked commitment to track Lookman's run. He goes and chases him on the halfway line, and the ball's played, and Hendo's closing his man down, and you've got to go with your fucking runner there. You've got to. You don't have the excuse that I have in five-a-side, that I'm fat and can't be arsed. You're not allowed to use that excuse. You're not fat and you're paid to be arsed. And regardless of whether you're paid, I know you're arsed. I know you're arsed. In this situation, you didn't go with your man. You slowed down and you kind of gave it up. And I didn't like it. And you're getting a 5 out of 10 for that. Fabinho then. 7 out of 10. I think the game changed for me when Fabinho is substituted. And I know we were already 1-0 down at that point, I think. I think we'd just gone 1-0 down. But we didn't control the game after Fabinho goes off. We stopped them at the edge of the area, in their sort of defensive third, so many times, and we're able to continue to attack and create opportunities. And as soon as Fabinho went off, that all went to shit. And Liverpool weren't able to control the game at any point after Fabinho goes off the field. And I think we were already 1-0 down, which kind of goes against my point a little bit. But I do think that Fabinho is the reason that we are ultimately able to control the game properly, until when it just gets back to the wall shit at the end, which always happens in football when the team's 1-0 up and they're against the side that were better than them. Jordan Henderson, 6 out of 10 for Jordan. I don't think, and I think it should probably be mentioned, shouldn't it, with Henderson, Fabinho, probably Van Dijk as well, that, you know, Fabinho wasn't just taken off because of the yellow card. He was probably taken off because he's just had COVID. You know, Jordan Henderson probably the same. But if you're on the field, I expect that you're fit enough to go, because I've seen you perform, and all of these lads perform, whether they're off the bench, on the bench, whatever. I've seen good performance from Naby Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Tyler Morton this season, to name but a few. So I expected Jordan Henderson to be better today. Now, I don't know what happens, but I felt like Jota played his normal position, but Salah played slightly more inside. Hendo was a little bit sort of out here as normal. Trent was sort of out here as normal, but we were sort of creating space for one of those two. And I just don't feel like it quite worked as well. And maybe it was because Salah didn't play as well. Maybe those three look exceptional week in, week out, because Salah looks exceptional week in, week out. So when Salah doesn't play as well, those three didn't look. But I don't think it was that. I'm just sort of talking, spinning it, trying to work it out as I go along, to be honest with you. Oxlade-Chamberlain, I thought he started the game just out of it, like really, really slowly, then gets into the game for about 10-15 minutes until about half time, and then I don't remember anything that happened. You know, I think he subbed on about 55 or whatever. I don't really remember him doing much in the second half, so I'm going to probably go a 5 out of 10 for Ox, just because he wasn't important, to be honest with you. So Sadio Mane then, 4 out of 10 for Mane today. You know, he has that one where he should absolutely score. He's got Kasper Schmeichel dead to rights. He's passed the man. He's got the goal at his mercy, and he hits it over the bar. And it was at such a pivotal time that I don't think we really recovered after that either. Other than that, I thought he was a bit poo, to be honest with you. I just don't think, like... I don't know whether he was there to just sort of make space for Costas, but it's fucking Sadio Mane. Sadio Mane is one of the top 15 players in the world. Any positions, top 20, whatever. You know, he's up there. And that wasn't a top 15 player in the world performance for me. I just thought it was a bit shit, to be honest with you. And I thought he was shit as well, Mo Salah. I'm going to give him exactly the same mark. I don't think he was any better than Sadio Mane. Obviously, he has the penalty. It's a bit poo. It's a lot poo. It's a big pile of poo, stinking poo. Then he gets the header, which is probably harder than it looks, because I think it's probably a little high. But he gets to it. He gets it on the bar. He has the third bite at the cherry. Other than that, not really involved in the game loads and loads, is he? He has a little bit with Henderson and Trent first half. Second half, man looked tired, to be honest with you. I don't know why. Well, we played loads of football and you're allowed an off day. Every great player is allowed an off day. Every great team is allowed an off day. Doesn't mean you're shit. He's not shit. He just didn't play well today. But today he didn't play well, and I'm sticking with me 4. Jota, Diogo, I don't want to give you a super low mark, but I'm just dead angry. So you're getting a 5 out of 10. He seems to always be in the right spot at the right time, and I still feel like even today, he was in the right spot at the right time. The problem he had today was that he had 2 or 3 fucking defensive midfielders around him. See how I didn't use the word defenders? Because they were all just defensive midfielders around him, and they just prevented him from taking his shots. He had that one header, I think it was from a corner, second half, in swinger maybe. I can't remember if it was James Milner on that one or not. Few where, you know, Costas has played the ball inside, Mane's played the ball inside, Fabinho, I think, gets in 1-2 feet, and he's just not able to get those shots off. And you know, that little bit, half a second, the space he needed, he never quite got today. So I was a bit disappointed with that one. Naby Keita next, sorry, because Naby Keita came on first, didn't he? He came on for Oxlade-Chamberlain. Naby Keita, 5 out of 10 for Naby. We saw impact last week when he came on. We did not see impact this week when he came on. I'll be honest, and I think it's fair to say for the 3 of these lads, I can't remember anything that any of them fucking did apart from Firmino, right? And that's because I'm just dead angry, and I was really fuming the last sort of 20 minutes of the game, to the point where I think if you watch the watch long back, I'm just sat there seething. So James Milner, apologies, you're getting a 5 as well because you came on and we didn't score. Roberto Firmino, you're getting a 5 because you came on and we didn't score. And that is my player ratings. I'm going to get into some of the comments and stuff now anyway. So, while you guys continue to vote for a man of the match for Liverpool, enjoy that. You know how to do it. Type in exclamation mark vote, put a space in, put your number in next to the player's name. Pre 1 to 11, something like that. Maybe 1 to 14 if we've got that far. I should know by now. I still don't. Apologies. No apology necessary. You're right. Keita was awful. Ox was much better today, said Sir Klopp. Ali's voted number 1, which I'm assuming is Ali. Matip, our best player on the pitch by far, says Mustafa. Surfer, W, let's call him. Mane ruined it for Jota today by bitching, so he tried so hard to make it right for Mane. Okay, if you say so. Sadio's been poor for a while now, says In Danger. I'm not sure he has. I think Salah and Jota have been excellent. Mane hasn't been poor for ages. I think it's just like, honestly, every time we get a result that people don't want, be it a draw, be it a tight win, be it a loss, Mane seems to be the scapegoat. And maybe I'm feeding into that. I gave him a 4 today. Maybe I'm feeding into it. Maybe I'm just doing exactly what I'm saying happens. But I'm not looking at it like I'm trying to do it on one game. I'm not looking back. So maybe I'm slightly different, maybe I'm not sure. But I always feel like he is just the scapegoat when things don't go our way, because Jota's flavour of the month at the moment because everyone loves him, and rightly so. He's been banging goals in. You can't have a go at Salah because he's the best player in the world, so it leaves the other lad. Maybe. And Neil Brown says, Simi Mane kept eyeing 4 is harsh. Okay, fair enough, like, hold my hand up. Mane has no confidence in goal at the moment, says Ben. Spy B. Jago Laggin, Mane is very trying. Mane hasn't scored or assisted in 9 games. He's not a scapegoat, said LS15. Yeah, but the game's not just played on goals and assists, is it? I don't know what more you want from me there, to be honest with you. Assists is a pretty fucking shit stat anyway. If you talk to anybody, you know, it's a bit reliant on the other lad scoring. You're better with something else other than assists, but scoring, I'm not going to argue with you there. Mane's desperate to get out of his goal rut, a little too desperate. Josh will be delighted to see the back of him next week. He'll get more opportunities, says Klopp. Is this a thing that Mane just doesn't pass to Jota? Is that what people are now saying? Because I've not noticed that on the football field at all. Mustafa says Trent gets the ball and bang, tries to cross it straight away. The trait of his making him predictable to our opponents, to be honest. Yeah, or you catching them off guard. I don't think it's as easy as that. I don't think it's something that he does all the time. I think, you know, look, I think we're all just as pissed off as me today, aren't we? I think that's what it is. I think everybody's just fuming because Liverpool have lost. Maybe we should take some time and get some proper analysis in, which brings me on to the instant match reaction, which we'll be doing very, very shortly, me and Paul over on Redmen Plus. You need to go over there and get that. I'm going to have to sit down and I'll give my head a wobble beforehand. But before I do that, let's do the man of the match then. Si, can we now officially close the man of the match vote and just give it to Joel Matip? Yeah. Oh, excellent. Out of interest, how much did he win by?
He had 16 votes and Tsimikas had 12.
Wow. Oh, wow, sorry. Joel Matip, man of the match. He had a whole 16 votes. Well done, everybody. And Tsimikas had 12 votes. Fantastic. I can see everyone's in a really good mood. No, I'm not fucking doing that. No, it's ridiculous. Liverpool lost to Leicester. League's fucking finished. We're shit. Burn it. Michael Edwards is shite. Klopp shite. These players are shite. We lost 1-0 to Leicester. None of that's true. They're all amazing footballers. They just played like boiled shite tonight. Thank you very much for watching. Don't think that's it though. We have got the instant match reaction. It is on Redmen Plus. Get over there on the redmentv.com. If you've not already, we will be live in about 10 to 15 minutes. Thanks for watching. Ta-ra.
There you go. Thank you so much for watching our free content here on YouTube. If you want to support what we do and also get an amazing wealth of additional Liverpool content, join Redmen Plus. If you join as a club legend here on there, you can get your name right there in that list. Anyway, up to you, but we hope you enjoy it on the redmentv.com.